Good morning and God bless. This is David Atkins, target individual here by the grace of God once again. Today, I'm just going to cover a quick Bible verse for my believers out there. If you're not a believer, I have something in store for y'all. Ernest Hemingway, was he a target individual or not? I think so, and I'm going to give you the information that I've been writing down and took on to prove why I think it. Okay, look. The verse I have today, Romans 8:28, and we know all things work together for the good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. And the reason I brought this verse up is because people read that and they're like, "I love God. Everything ain't working out good." But God has a reason you go through everything, and boom, in the end, it will. See, there was a time I followed this verse and I was like, hold on, I'm following God and things are going terrible. And I gave up on God because of that verse. Don't give up on God because of that verse. What he's saying is he makes everything in the end work out in your benefit. And it may not look like it, but if you're a believer, I promise you, in the end, it will work out. Maybe years, months, maybe after you die. I don't know. I can't say that, but I know his word's true. And for my non-believers, I love you just like anybody, and I just say this for my believers, and I'm gonna get on to the point. Okay, Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway was a target individual, in my opinion, because according to Hotchner, his friend called him a target individual. Hotchner was his friend. Hemingway complained to Hotchner, his friend, that feds had his telephone tapped, automobile and rooms bugged. His mail was being intercepted and sifted through. He was being tailed and followed as well. Hemingway was admitted to St. Mary's Hospital in Rochester, Minnesota in November 1960 for psychiatric treatment. He underwent electroshock therapy and endured 11 separate sessions. Hemingway became even more depressed and attempted suicide on more than one occasion. That sound familiar to any targets? In response to his friend Hotchner asking him why he wanted to kill himself, Hemingway said that everything he valued in his life, friends, sex, health, creative work, had been taken from him. That sound familiar? He ended his life on July 2nd, 1961. Documents acquired through the Freedom of Information Act indicate that Hemingway had been under FBI surveillance since the 1940s, supposedly for his ties to Cuba, and his wife claimed he accidentally killed himself cleaning the gun. Imagine that. That's a good cover-up. That don't go on today, does it? Huh. Yes, it does. All right, I got some more. The FOI, the Freedom of Information Act file included his wartime attempts to set up an anti-fascist spy network called the Crook Factory. The file on Hemingway was more than 120 pages. Is one of them 15 of them were largely blacked out for national security reasons. Imagine that. What do they not want? Let's see. Okay, anyway. And the fact that all this is happening and he was on he had a Freedom of Information Act file demonstrates how close it interests Ed J. Hoover and his organization took in Hemingway. His friend Hotchner years later, and this is a main point in this, and I'm ending this. Think about it, especially if you're a family of a targeted individual. Think about it real close. His friend, Hotchner, his best friend, voiced his regret that he had not taken Hemingway's complaints more seriously. How many of the dead targeted individuals' family members have that regret today? So if you're a family member of a targeted individual, I advise that you take it serious. Before something happens to that individual and you regret it, not listening to them, then you find out it's true. Anyway, quick video. I'll make another one tomorrow. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good day. I know what y'all are going through. I feel y'all's pain. I go through it too daily. Man, I got to figure out how to put pictures on here because I have pictures of laser burns, somebody blocking laser burns, a friend of mine, and some good information on lasers and direct energy weapons I'm researching. So, that's what's on the agenda for this week. But God bless y'all, man. And anybody out there going through this, man, I can relate. And if you ever reach out to me and I can't get back with you right away, just understand I'm busy because, I have TIs reaching out to me all day And I try to talk to each and every one of them, but it's hard. It's hard to keep, because I can't. I try to help everybody, and I do it to the best of my ability, because I've been there and needed someone to talk to plenty of times. So if I can talk to you, I will. If I don't get to you, don't feel offended. It's just because I'm swamped. But anyway, God bless y'all, and I hope y'all have a beautiful and wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.